A mother's hands. Have you ever looked at your mother's hands carefully? Not just for a moment, but truly look at them. The small scars, the dry skin, the tired fingers shaped by years of sacrifice. Sometimes, love does not look beautiful. Sometimes, love looks worn out. And this is the story of a boy who learned that lesson too late. His name was Ethan. When Ethan was young, he hated his mother's hands. They were rough, dry, covered with tiny cuts and old scars. Whenever she held his hand in public, he would quietly pull away. He never understood why her hands looked so different from the other mothers. At school, most mothers had soft skin, polished nails, and warm, elegant smiles. But Ethan's mother looked tired. Her hands looked tired too. And as a child, that embarrassed him. One afternoon after school, his mother arrived to pick him up. As she waved at him, one of his classmates laughed. "Why do your mom's hands look so old?" The children giggled quietly. Ethan felt his face grow hot. For the rest of the walk home, he stayed silent. That night, during dinner, he finally asked the question he had kept inside for years. "Mom, what happened to your hands?" For a moment, his mother stopped eating. The room became quiet. Then she smiled gently and said, "It's nothing important." But Ethan kept staring at her hands. And softly, he asked again, "Please tell me." His mother looked down at her fingers for a few seconds. Then she finally spoke. "When you were a baby, I worked 3 jobs. I washed dishes at restaurants. I cleaned houses during the day. And every night, I carried heavy boxes in a warehouse. All because I wanted you to have a better life than me." Ethan said nothing. For the first time in his life, he looked at her hands differently. He noticed the small burns, the cracked skin, the faded scars, the swollen fingers. And suddenly, those hands no longer looked ugly. They looked exhausted. They looked painful. They looked like love. His mother continued quietly. "Sometimes my hands bled at work. But whenever I thought about you, I kept going." Ethan slowly lowered his head. A feeling of guilt filled his chest. All those years, he had been ashamed of the very hands that had sacrificed everything for him. Years passed. Ethan grew older. He graduated from university, found a good job, and finally earned enough money to buy his mother something special. One winter evening, he came home carrying a small gift box. Inside was a beautiful pair of expensive gloves, soft leather, warm and elegant. His mother smiled warmly. "They're beautiful," she whispered. Ethan looked at her hands and said softly, "I just thought maybe you could wear these, so your hands won't look so damaged anymore." For a moment, his mother became quiet. Then she gently held the gloves in her lap. And with a softer smile, she said something Ethan would never forget. "I don't need gloves to hide my hands. These hands raised you. They carried you. They protected you. And they are proof that love sometimes looks painful." Ethan felt tears filling his eyes. He could not speak. He simply reached forward, held his mother's rough hands tightly, and cried. That night, for the first time in his life, he realized something important. The people who love us the most often carry invisible scars we fail to notice. A mother's love is not always gentle and beautiful. Sometimes it is tired. Sometimes it is broken. Sometimes it hurts. But even then, it continues to give. And maybe that is what makes a mother's love the purest love in the world. So if your mother is still beside you today, take a moment to hold her hands, because one day you may realize those rough, tired hands were the safest place you ever belonged. And by then, it may already be too late.